Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host Thibaut, and today we're going to talk about Italian craftsmanship. We all know the Italians for having an incredible sense of style. This also reflects into the old money style or the old money aesthetic, which I personally am really fond of. And this is also reflected in the cars they make, the fashion, their homes, the streets of Rome, and also on the Amalfi coasts. It's particularly on this coast where we also see most of the true elegance of this aesthetic, which can find in the boats that lie there on the water. Today we're going to dive into the Italian wooden boats that lie on the Amalfi coast, especially the brand RIVA. And also we're going to take a look at how they become synonymous with style, power, and pure craftsmanship behind these kind of boats. So if you want to take a look at how these boats are built and how the craftsmanship on these boats is kept at such a high end, we gotta take a look back into the history of these boats. So let's rewind back to mid 1900s. Back then, like most countries in Europe, Italy was rebuilding after the First World War. But it was also rediscovering its passion for beauty, luxury, and leisure. So people, most of them, wanted to feel alive again after those 4 brutal years. So the wealthy families began spending summers at the lakes like Lake Como, Garda, or Maggiore. So, because these wealthy families were spending those summers at the lakes, the streets in these cities at the lakes became aligned with Alfa Romeos and Ferraris. And on the water, there was nothing. At least not yet. But people wanted something that was just as elegant as those Ferraris or Alfa Romeos. The solutions came in boats, in the form of a boat that was not just a machine, but was also some sort of a statement for the truly wealthy people in Italy back then. So they wanted a blend of performance and art. This is where Riva came in. So the story of Riva starts in a small Italian village named Sarnico, which lays on the banks of the Iseo Lake. It's here Pietro Riva founded his shipyard Riva in 1842. This shipyard stayed the same until after the First World War, when his grandson Serafino Riva became head of the company. He thought they shouldn't build any functional boats, but instead start production on the luxury fast speedboats it's known for today. And this wasn't without any consequences. This was because this brand became quickly known for their impeccable taste and their amazing craftsmanship. He believed these boats should be built with the same precision they use for the Italian sports cars. So the result of this brainchild was the Riva Aquamera, a handcrafted mahogany boat with chrome details and cream white leather seats. This wasn't just transportation, but it was elegance on the water. It wasn't long before the elite started to fall in love with it. And with elite, I mean the movie stars, the business magnates, and royalty of the time. Because the Aquarama became the Ferrari of the seas. So, as time moved on, the Riva also evolved, but it never lost its essence. From the original wooden Aquarama to the modern Riva Mare or Aquariva, every new model carried the same DNA: the effortless craftsmanship, beauty, and performance. During the 1960s, we saw a big rise in power and prestige in these kind of boats. Whereas today, we see innovation and sustainability. For example, carbon fiber replaced some parts of the wooden hull. The hybrid engines are now replacing the pure V8s from back then. But the Italian design spirit stayed untouched. And Riva, they weren't alone. There were other Italian shipyards that joined the tradition, like Ferretti, Pershing, Azimuth, and San Lorenzo. Together, they built a legacy that defines Italian luxury on the water. Today, we see these boats have become more than just machines. They've become collectibles, much like all the older cars from back then. These boats have become works of art. This is also reflected in the price, because if you look at the price for a fully refurbished and restored Riva Aquamera, these can cost between 500 and 900,000 euros. And if you want to buy a new one, like the Riva Mare or a Dolce Riva, expect to pay around $1 million or more. This all depends, of course, on the customization you could do to these boats. Other brands like Ferretti, Azimuth, and San Lorenzo continue with this tradition, blending art and engineering for the new generations of sea lovers. And yet, despite all of these innovations, the essence of these boats remains the same: the timeless beauty, the handcrafted excellence, and the unmistakable Italian soul of these boats. So when we talk about Italian craftsmanship, we're not only talking about fashion or cars or these beautiful boats, but it's more like a lifestyle. They're built on passion, precision, and timeless design. The Riva has become more than just a boat. It's a reminder that elegance never goes out of style, which we can also see with the recent glow up for the old money style. I would like to thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and join me the next time for more stories like this from the world of timeless design.